I have not been clean shaven in 10 years.
5 AM on a Sunday. This is a day in the life episode. Alright, it's 5:15 Sunday. I've got one hell of a busy day, so no excuses. Got to be in the gym, so I'm gonna head down to the studio, do a chest and back session. Just gonna get a pre-workout together, get some BCAAs, a little bit of caffeine. I've got my stuff prepped for today already. I'll explain later on what I'm going to be eating throughout the day as well, in this full day in the life. But now it's time to head to the studio. Just about to get to the studio. What a lovely morning. Definitely, yeah, getting out of bed is such hard work. You don't want to get up, but once you're up, it's so worth it. People say to me, how can you get up on a Sunday that early? Well, 2 reasons. I love training in the morning. Secondly, cheap meals usually Saturday. It's the energy I have and the pump I get on a Sunday is unbelievable. So it's time to get in there and do it. Let's go. First exercise, close grip pull-ups. Next exercise, second exercise, bent over rows, underhand grip. Exercise, I'm now moving on to chest. Exercise number 3, flat bench press. Like 1,000 degrees in the studio. Not even halfway through. And dripping, you can feel the cheat meal coming out of me. Next up, dumbbell incline flyers. Decline bench press. Exercise finish off with some side dumbbell lateral raises. Session complete. If you want to see the full workout, reminder, screenshot this now. So yesterday I was focused on getting in there. You know, I did quite a mixture of muscle groups. That's because I'm working my weak areas. So hitting up back and a bit of extra shoulders at the end. I want to hit back first because that's one of my main focuses over the next few weeks. Well, I've got the most energy, I can perform the best on it, so I do it first. Then moved on to chest, which is a stronger area of mine, and just to finish off with some shoulder work. So with the pull-ups going near failure at the beginning, 8-12 reps, bent over rows, and then chest press, because that was the main workout was mainly chest today. So I did my pyramid system on my flat bench press, and the rest of the reps 8 to 12, and then finishing off with 8 to 12 on dumbbell lateral raises. It's time to get home, and unfortunately I've got to go to work this morning. But then after, something really exciting's happening, and I'm going to bring you along with me. So I'm going to get home now. Like I say, it's a full day in the life today, so I'm going to show you what I'm having for breakfast and how I'm going to be approaching my nutrition today. So I'll see you back at home. Okay, just got back from the gym. Ignore my industrial fan making the hell of an aeroplane noise. On Sundays I usually count my protein intake and then try and keep the proteins and fat, carbs and fat as low as possible. Even though I'm in a calorie surplus, I don't want the entire weekend to be a dirty calorie surplus. I want a slight calorie surplus. Cheat meal last night. Obviously I did go over my usual calories. I'm not gonna lie. It's just what cheat meal's for. Yeah, so today, count protein, keep fats and carbs as low as possible. That's always how I approach Sundays. Try to anyway. And also try and stay as active as humanly possible. So this morning I've got a scoop of whey protein, some small bag of oats, a little bit of honey in there, and some almond milk post-workout. And then I probably won't eat again until lunchtime. But yeah, going to work now, doing 7 till 1. And then when we get back, I will speak to you about what exciting things happening today. See you then. Okay guys, so work's all finished. Now, what exciting thing am I going to be doing this afternoon? Well, there's a little bit of a story to it as well. I am going to be going up to London, going to be going up to Canary Wharf, and I'm going to be modelling for a barber's shop today at 5 o'clock. How's it come about? Not many people know this, but over the past 2 years I have really tried to get into the modelling industry, as in not just fitness modelling but just everything in general, fashion, clothes, catalogues, anything like that, anything really. Some people don't know that I won a modelling competition at the age of, I think I was 19, 20, and I became the face of Canterbury Whitefriars shopping centre. So that was my first little taste of modelling, and then from that I was lucky enough to get invited along by Wild to go and do some modelling for them, and ever since then they've used me and I do modelling for a while. How did I get into this one today? Well, basically you can go into London and you can do walk-ins. They're called walk-ins into modelling agencies, and they take a look at your portfolio and they say yes or no, we'd like to represent you. And I know as I'm walking in the door, well, I didn't learn this first time, but the few times I've been up there to try it, to go in different agencies, there's probably a 99% chance they're going to say no to you. You do have to have quite a strong stomach, because more than likely they're going to come out and say, no, you're not right for agency, here's a few others, go and try them. And so I've probably been rejected about 15 times, but I was determined not to give up, and I suppose I had the same attitude to doing this like I would my fitness competitions. Never give up, and eventually it will pay off. So at the beginning of this year I went to London again. I had a new portfolio put together, got some new shots, a little bit more variety in there. I knew what to expect. I knew there was like a 99% chance that it was going to be a no, but you never know. You might just fit the look on the day. And I went to a modelling agency called Base Models Management in London, and I was lucky enough to get a yes, and then they are now going to be representing me on their site as a model, so I'll link that in the description box below. So just finally it all paid off, and yes, I'm now part of Team Base Models in London. So I got the call on Friday, can I go and do this shoot today? And of course I said yes, take as much work as I will be given, I'll do everything I can. So I am nervous, not going to lie, but I'm ready for it, and I would like to vlog parts of the day, take you out with me, show you a little bit of it, and yeah, that's it basically. So looking forward to that. I'm basically just going to get ready now, get a few outfits together, and then I'm going to head to London. Remember, it's still a day in the life video, so I'm having some Greek yogurt and a squirt of this lovely stuff before I go. A little bit of a protein hit, and then I'm also going to be taking with me one of these Pepsi Maxes for the journey.
Sakalı alırken çekiyoruz. Mesela şu an bir canlı yayına bağlanabilirsiniz. Herkes çekiyor. Always keep it professional, man. Bizim de bir tane fotoğrafı sonradan aklıma geldi Metin diye de. Ama sen şöyle tam siz yazdınız bize diyor. Nerede bizim fotoğraf? After I'm coming, I might meet you. Haber olsun.
Photoshoot all done. I have not been clean shaven in 10 years. Bit it now because you're never going to see us again. Highly recommend adding Grooming in Canary Wharf if you're around. I feel fresh. I would tell you what I've eaten, but I've eaten nothing today, so I'll film when I get home. I'm going to have a massive meal to finish up my macros for the day.
That is a wrap. That is my 4 day in the life. I'm absolutely shattered now. I still can't go over this being clean shaven. That's going to take some getting used to. You'll probably go back one morning. Casein, almond milk, some peanut butter. I'm actually got a little bit of chocolate as well. I'm fitting into my macros for the day. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Something a little bit different. And I'm either going to finish this vlog here or I might continue on to Friday. You're soon going to find out in a second. Remember to hit like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you soon for more videos.